Once we have our digital file completed in SketchUp and we've exported it as an SLT file, we need to open up another piece of software that will actually print it. So we want to make sure we go to the, we want to download the Cura piece of software. So you can see I've clicked on it there, but your particular computer may need to, you may need to download that for it. Most of us will be printing from the lab computers, which will have this downloaded on there already. So you want to make sure that you download that particular piece of software. And there will probably be a lab tech available to help you with all of this stuff as well. So you won't have to remember how to do this all completely on your own. But Cura is basically like a slicer program. So it takes the information in the SLT file and it will figure out how to get the hot glue gun of our printer to print it. So when it opens up, it's going to look like this, and you'll see that it's got a it's got like kind of a representation of the cube that the printer is actually capable of printing in. And it's going to have a ton of little kind of side things here that are all advanced kinds of things that you can mess around with. And we probably don't need to do any of that right now. We should probably just try to focus on getting our project loaded in, make sure that it's printable, figure out if the if the printer is all attached and all that sort of stuff. So what you want to do is you want to go in here and go File, and you want to go up to Load Model File. So click on that one, and then we just need to go find the 3D file, the SLT file that we made, which is test 7. So we'll click on that, and you'll see that it drops it into the cube for us, and then it turns yellow. So that golden yellow color is the magical color that helps us know that this is actually going to print. And so it looks like it's all pretty much set and ready. If you want to rotate it, you can, oh, that'll rotate the whole model file, never mind, we don't want to do that. You can see that it turns gray whenever it's not possible for it to print. So so yeah, so here we go. So we're pretty much ready to go now. We're ready to print this thing. And so what we need to do is we need to get the printer heated up enough for it to print. And so if you go up here and you just hit Command P, you'll see there's a whole bunch of sort of dialog box that'll open up, right? So that's Command P, Control P on your PC, I think it is. But basically just go to Print. And then you can actually use the Cura software here to like center and check everything, but we want to put in the temperature that we want the print head to heat up. So the print head will heat this, will heat up to a point where it'll melt the plastic that gets squirted out of the extruder. So we're going to put 210 in there and just hit return, and the printer is going to start warming up, and it'll heat up to temperature. So you'll see it here that it's now 20 degrees, 22. So it'll keep climbing all the way there. And then if you want to, you can actually check your X and your Y axis. So if you click that, it'll switch the printer over to the X axis, the Y axis. It'll check that one. You can check your Z axis as well. And as the printer gets warmed up, it's going to start kind of like basically extruding a little bit of the melted material out of the tip of the printer. So we'll, basically now, once this is done, once it's heated up enough, and once we're confident that everything is good, we're going to hit the print button, and that will that'll go ahead and just start the whole process, and it'll take hours and hours for it to print. So you kind of push print and then go find some other stuff to do, but until it's done. If you ever need to adjust things, there are all these adjustments in here. Again, this stuff gets pretty complicated, so I wouldn't mess with it unless you really know what you're doing. But there are all the adjustments that you can play with in here for, the initial layer thickness, how fast it goes, any plugins that you add in, the code. So this is all driven by code. So again, with any luck, you'll have a tech there who will help you with this. But if you ever have to print on your own, this tutorial ought to at least get you started. So good luck printing in 3D printing. And once this is done, you can take your object and sand it and get it all basically ready to go.